Hiya, Chai. Thank you for welcoming me today on press day for A Night Sky, which premieres on Prime Video May 20th.
Hey, nice to meet you, Elias. Thanks for having us.
So I had the opportunity to watch a few episodes last night to prepare for this, and I love the story. I love the sci-fi, the mystery around it. What's your guys' thoughts on this? What are you hoping when people tune in for the first time to watch this?
Oh man, first of all, I'm so lucky to be a part of this. Like I working with Kaya and Sissy and JK, it's such a privilege. They're such talented actors. So yeah.
How about you, Kai?
I really hope that audiences just fall in love with all of the characters, and especially just find some comfort and joy in Sissy and JK's relationship. They are so convincing. I so bought that they had been married forever and were like just smitten with each other. And sometimes it's just like fun to see like two people in love, especially two grandparents, because I miss my grandparents. So it was lovely to pretend like I had them as my grandparents for a couple of weeks.
What was your experience working on the set now, the show?
Oh, fantastic. I mean, Chai, do you want to talk about some of the sets and stuff? Or
so yeah, I was talking about this before. The portal set, the chamber, was phenomenally built. Like you genuinely feel like you're in outer space. It's so weird. So just the sets in itself are just something to experience, and it really creates the world so well. Yeah. Not just the relationships that propel this story. The sets are so well built and are a character in itself. It's so well shot. I think, man, people are going to absolutely love this show. They really will.
Well, in the first
go ahead.
Go ahead. I was saying in the first episode, you see the chamber and you see the beautiful view. That's an amazing view.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we were shooting it, it was just X's on a screen. Right. So you're like,
yeah, it was a big green screen, but they had like the like rocks and stand layout just in front of it, so you could kind of get a general gist of what is going to be out there.
That's awesome.
Sorry, I cut you off, Kaya.
Oh no, I was just like, you could like look somewhere, so it was like your distance was right. But I was also going to say one of the sets I loved was not only the portal, but because I got to visit some of the sets. Well, I was bored filming other stuff, I would wander over and check out the sets just to peek around. But the going down into the shed, the fact that it was a 2-tier set, so you walk in to the first level and it's the shed when you first walk in, then you can go down the stairs and it's just another level where the portal was accessed. So I remember thinking, oh, I'm so jealous. I wish I could film something in here.
It's really dusty in there, so
it was really dusty.
It was very realistic.
Now, how was it playing these characters and connecting with them? Jude, Denise, Jude's like, we have a lot of mystery behind him. We can't give out too much spoilers on him, but like, and Denise, granddaughter of the Yorks, so how was it connecting with these characters and how fun were they to play them?
For me, I would talk all day about how much fun I had approaching this character or playing this character, but approaching this character was quite difficult at first because I didn't know where to start. He was just such a mystery, and I'm so thankful that we were given all of the episodes in advance, so I could read the entire thing and kind of get a gist of who he was from the script. And when you get that, you kind of you use all of that information and then you build on it. So I was really lucky that I got to do that, but it was challenging. Like there was a lot of voids to fill. I don't know how to explain it, but there's a lot to color in from my point. That it was challenging, but the challenge is what's fun. I think in this industry is that if you have a good challenge, is what kind of progresses you as an actor as well. You get better at this craft over time.
Yeah.
How about you with Denise?
Yeah, Denise is great. I think that we have a lot of similarities. You know, we're both in our mid-20s. We're both biracial and deal with that kind of and what that means for us and our identities. And but we are also very different in a lot of ways. She's a grad school student who's going to school for some crazy mathematical degree. She, you know, is an intern at a crazy, you know, firm somewhere fancy downtown in Chicago. And I am a creative actor who flails around and, you know, likes to laugh and have fun, which doesn't mean she doesn't, but she's very serious. So I like to be able to kind of flex my pretend grad student muscles and pretend like I was very studious and skillful in that way. And I also love to, like I said, my grandparents aren't around anymore. So I kind of liked the idea of having to kind of play out a lot of these conversations I wish I could have had with my grandparents, or even a relationship such as theirs. So I took a lot of joy in just being able to spend time with a lot of my cast members and, you know, just work with some crazy talented actors. Yeah.
Last question. You mentioned the cast members. How was it working out with the rest of the cast?
For me, I mean, insane. I got a lot of time alone with JK and a lot of time alone with Sissy. So, and in their individual ways, they both go about their work differently and similarly in that they both carry themselves with such grace and humility and seriousness for their craft. But they just kind of get there in different ways. So it was always fun to ask and kind of prod their brains for just any advice or tips that they might have had. And both were very willing to give it. So it was fun to be able to feel respect in that way.
I actually noticed that whenever they approach a scene, they really take their time to get everything right and answer every question that, you know, most people would have in the scene, which I really respect. Because sometimes, I mean, I'm guilty of this. So sometimes I'll approach a scene and sometimes like I don't understand something. I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me, but I'll do it anyway. And and then you eventually make sense of it over time. But with them, they just made sure that everything there was no loose ends. Everything was tied. So tied up. So it was phenomenal to see such experience at work.
Well, Night Sky, Prime Video, May 20th. I want to thank you for giving me a few minutes today to talk about this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. Yeah.
Have a great day.
See you, man.